Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball play-in analysis on the analysis playground on YouTube, exclusively on there. Forever, Portland 114-110 over the Phoenix Suns. The Blazers ended up just being real good. Nice three-point shooting, nice driving. They kept doing the same thing over and over again. And why switch it up when it can win you the game? And they didn't. They stuck to their identity. They stayed true to themselves and they played their style and they brand of basketball. In Phoenix, they was a great opponent because they kept it going. They led them by double figures. They came back. They kept it interesting and they ended up giving us a great game between the two. And Phoenix won the first quarter 33-31. Portland won the second quarter 34-29, but lost the third quarter 20-18. And then Portland won the fourth quarter 31-28. Tamani Kanamara played some solid defense, but the Suns do have some tough shot makers. He had 8 points. He went 3 and 9 from the field, 2 of 7 from three. He had 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, and 4 steals. That's all you can really ask for him is just to try to make it tough, make it difficult. He still had 5 personal fouls, is why I say that. And it kind of gets in your head a little bit, but he did miss some open threes you would have probably liked him to make. Other than that, he was a -6 and plus minus. Then Denny, the hero, 38 minutes, 41 points. When they needed a bucket, he was able to give it to them. And if he wasn't giving them a bucket, he was finding a way to help his teammates get a good look or a good shot because he was just that good at decision making. And this one, he went 15-22 from the field, meaning that he didn't miss much. He also went 3 of 8 from three. You rather him shoot the three, but he was able to knock down a couple. And then he went 8 of 13 from the free throw line. He had 12 assists and he had 7 rebounds. He did get 5 turnovers, which comes with people know what you're really trying to do, so they're going to try to get you. Obviously, they can see it coming when you're at the top of the key. He did have 2 blocks and 4 personal fouls, was a plus 13 and plus minus. Donovan Clingan was the biggest guy on the court, but he only had 2 points, and he played 29 minutes. He also went 0-3 from the three-point line, but he still gave you 11 boards. That's what he's out there to do, along with the 3 blocks and a steal. You know he's a good defender. He's one of the better rim protectors in the league. He proved that again tonight, and he also had 4 assists, was able to get his teammates some good looks after he had a good, clear way to get it to him. Then he had 2 personal fouls and was a plus 8 and plus minus. Drew Holiday, 38 minutes. He ended up having 21 points. He went 7 of 18 from the field, 4 of 11 from three, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He hit some big threes and some big shots. That's what he does. You know, you just like the fact that he's going to compete. He's going to try to help you out as much as he can on both ends of the court. He did that again tonight. He also only had 2 personal fouls. He did have 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 turnovers. He had 1 offensive rebound and was a -1 in plus minus. Scoot Henderson, 17 minutes. He ended up playing the lowest in the starting lineup. He did have 9 points. He did go 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. But you just have to like the fact that he was trying to guard as well as he could. He did get 2 steals in the block. He was able to score here and there. He did have 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 turnovers. He also had 2 personal fouls and was a plus 8 and plus minus by the end of the game. And then Jeremy Grant, he hit some clutch buckets over and over again. And this one, that's why they needed him healthy. He's a good defender. He's long, he's rangy, can get to the basket. And he just gave them everything they needed when it was time. He went 5 of 12 from the field, 4 of 8 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 16 points. That was the most shots off the bench and the most points off the bench. He had 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal in the block, 4 personal fouls, and was a -4 and plus minus. Chris Murray, 12 minutes. He didn't take any shots even from the free throw line, but he did get 3 rebounds, 3 assists in the block, 1 offensive board, 1 personal foul, was a plus 10. Since they had guys that had some foul trouble, it was good to have another big body that they can throw out there to defend and do other little things too. Robert Williams, 16 minutes, 2 points. He went 1 of 6 from the field. He missed his only 3. He had 7 rebounds. It ended up being the most off the bench. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, or still in the block. 3 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and a -14 in plus minus. He couldn't really make a shot. Obviously, the Suns going to try to make it as tough and as difficult as they can as defenders. but I still like the effort that he played with. And then Matisse Thybulle, wide open three, see if he can make it. He did, but he did miss his other shot. He had no turnovers, had a block, two personal fouls, and was a minus 13. Having another guy that can space the floor and defend is something that they have a luxury of on this roster, but it was good that he was able to help him out. And then Shaden Sharp, he's coming in to be a bucket. 21 minutes, that was the most off the bench. He had 12. He went 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. You can give him the ball. He can run the offense. He can score on or off the ball. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and was a plus 19 and plus minus. And then you look at the Phoenix Suns. Dylan Brooks, 37 minutes, 20 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He did get 7 boards, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 4 steals, 2 offensive rebounds, and he fouled out. He's always been one of them the defenders that he get too touchy, too Philly on defenders. He's always trying to be a bump type of guy too. So they can call you on them small things, but he did make some big shots. He did come up with some good defensive efforts that led to baskets and stuff like that. And then, of course, he was able to get to the free throw line and have success there. And rebounding is a big part of the game. Mark Williams, 22 minutes, 4 points. He went 2 of 3 from the field. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers. He also had 3 blocks. That was game high. And I felt like he should have been even better at protecting the rim. So I was wondering, like, what is Mark Williams doing? Where is he at? But they have to deal with the fact that he was out there, and it was some questionable things he was doing defensively to me. I don't want to get all into it. I'm going to keep it analysis. 1 offensive board, 1 person foul, and a minus 2 and plus minus. Devin Booker, 38 minutes. He was making plays until the game was all the way over. 22 points from him. He did go 7 of 17 from the field. He went 0 of 2 from 3. He did go 8 of 13 from the free throw line. So although he wasn't really dominating the game in the mid range and he wasn't really dominating it in the half court, but when he was getting to the free throw line, he was eating real good. And part of that comes with the fact that you have to guard him a certain way, and he's still staying 2 steps ahead of you when he's trying to make a play. So he was able to get to the free throw line because of that. 1 rebound, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. And then he got 5 personal fouls in this one, but he still was able to be in the game at the right times. And then he was a minus 3 and plus minus. And then Jordan Goodwin was one of those guys that stepped up and gave him double figures. He was wide open a lot, and he was able to make him pay for it. He went 3 of 6 from 3, 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, and a steal, 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and a 0 and plus minus. And then Jalen Green, he had the jump shot going from the mid range, tried a couple threes, got to the line because he's fast and quick and got a decent handle. He's a tough player to guard, man. You have to pick what you want to do, and he can still make you pay for it a lot of the time. 35 points was game high for the Suns. He went 14 to 29 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. You have to like the fact that they had somebody that liked his matchup and was able to really do a good job of putting numbers on the board. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and a minus 5. And plus minus, everybody off their bench ended up scoring. Royce O'Neal, he thought the game was over at that point, but it ended up being the game that they lost. So he got 7 points, though. He went 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He had the most rebounds on the team with 8, and that was good to see. He also had 3 assists. He kept the ball moving if he didn't have a quality look. And then he actually had 4 steals. That was tied with Dylan Brooks for the most on the team. And that's a high number, but it's just the way Portland tries to do things. Sometimes you can see things coming before they actually do it. Got to be alert, got to be paying attention, and just be ready to intercept if you can. Royce O'Neal was just doing a good job of knowing how to use his body and his length to his full advantage and his knowledge. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, a minus 12 and plus minus. Also, Godaro, 23 minutes. He had 3 points. He went 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound and 6 assists. The 6 assists ended up being the most on the team, and it came from a big. So he kept everybody involved. He made sure guys was getting the ball when he found them open or in a good area. Make the safest play you can, even if it means you can't score. He had 2 turnovers and a steal, 3 personal fouls, and a plus 3 and plus minus. And then Ryan Dunn, 9 minutes, he had 2 points. He went 1 of 2 from the field. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, and a block. 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a minus 10 and plus minus. He gave you some small things. And this one didn't do too much scoring, but also didn't take a lot of shots. And Colin Gillespie, 20 minutes. He went 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did get 4 boards. He also had 1 turnover and 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, a 0 and plus minus. A good game from him. Obviously, you would like him if he would have made a couple more shots. But you can say that about everybody on this team and on Portland. Other than that, 79 field goals taken by the Suns, 49%, 88 for the Blazers. They shot 45%. 47 threes taken by the Blazers. They shot 36%. 25 threes taken by the Suns. They shot 36%. 23 free throws, 74% for the Blazers. And then 32 free throws for the Suns, 72%. 42 rebounds for the Blazers, 38 for the Suns, 20 assists for the Suns, 27 for the Blazers, 13 turnovers for the Suns, 15 for the Blazers, 12 steals for the Suns, 9 for the Blazers, 6 blocks for the Suns, 10 for the Blazers. That was really good. They size really made a big difference in this one. Other than that, 13 offensive rebounds for the Blazers, 9 for the Suns, 29 defensive rebounds for both teams, 24 personal fouls for the Suns, 27 for the Blazers. Another great game that came down to the wire. You didn't really know who was going to win. You didn't know how they was going to win. But the Blazers was able to pull it out. They had the inside-outside game working. They have the size. They have athleticism. They have defenders. They can be 3-and-D guys, too, if it's needed to be. And they can all surround Denny to allow him to drive and get the space that he needs to be able to do his part, which is score at the rim or find them on the perimeter in the paint. Since it worked to perfection, really, in this one, it just happened over and over again. It's like, we know what he wants to do. We know what he's trying to do. It ain't nothing that we can do to stop him. 41 points is just a big night. And the Suns, I just love what they was doing. They just stayed with it. They just kept it coming. And they just kept trying to find a way to power through it. Just wasn't enough to beat the Blazers, and it can be that way. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, later today with more analysis.